Hello everyone, welcome back to mahasarkar.co.in. In today's video, we are going to learn about one important article with the title End Correction. Now, when we deal with modes of vibrations of air column, modes of vibrations of what? Air column. Though whether it is in the pipe closed at one end, or pipe open at both ends. When we deal with such conditions, then suppose this is the pipe. Okay, let it open at one end only. L is the length of the pipe which we are going to actually measure. Let it is small l. Now, suppose I held a vibrating tuning fork here. Then, because of the impact of that vibrating tuning fork, antinodes will be formed somewhere here. And these antinodes will travel to the closed end of the pipe, will reflected back. So at the open end, compulsory what is forming? Antinode is forming. But we expect while measuring the length of the pipe during the experiment, we measure up to edges of the pipe. But practically, antinodes are not forming at the edges; they are slightly beyond the edges, because air particles at open end, at what? Open end vibrates with what? Maximum amplitude, which forms what? Antinodes at the open end. Okay. Now these antinodes which form beyond open end. Because of this, some sort of error is there. Some sort of what? Error is there here. So we exactly cannot get the position where exactly antinodes are formed. Here, this some distance should be compulsory added while performing any experiment with the pipe. Okay. So, what is end correction? Then I will say the difference or the distance between actual position of antinode and open end of pipe. We call this as what? End correction. The distance between actual position and the open end of pipe is called as what? End correction. According to Reynolds, that end correction should be equal to 0.3 into D, where D should be internal diameter of pipe. D should be what? Internal diameter of pipe. Okay. This end correction, if it is pipe is closed at one end, then it should be only 0.3 times D. Okay. So, if L is the length of the pipe, then capital L can be the corrected length of the pipe. We always take corrected length, and that should be equal to L plus E. So this end correction should be added once when pipe is open, and for the pipe closed it should be corrected length for open end will be L plus 2 times E. Okay. This is the condition for end correction. We can demonstrate the end correction using some methods already we have learned in a previous video about the fundamental frequency. What was the fundamental frequency? Fundamental frequency in the case of pipe, if you remember, what was that fundamental frequency? First, pipe open at both ends, closed at one end. Closed at what? One end. What is the formula? If you remember, it was N equal to V upon 4L, implies V equal to, you will get 4 into NL. Okay. So, if I say case 1, when length is N1, L1 equal to 4 into N2, L2, as velocity is remaining equal to what? V, since V is what? Constant. So, I will just erase this. But what is L1? As I said, according to this, what we will get? 4 into N1 into L1 plus E equal to 4 anyhow it is cancelled, N2 into L2 plus E. Take in bracket N1 L1 plus N1 E equal to N2 L2 plus N2 E. Shift this side, what we will get? N1 E minus N2 E equal to N2 L2 minus N1 L1. So E is common here, N1 minus N2 equal to N2 L2 minus N1 L1. So E can be equal to N2 L2 minus N1 L1 divided by N1 minus N2. This will be the formula for end correction when pipe is closed at one end. If I want to find out it for pipe open at both end, then so whenever you are performing any experiment related to pipe, V equal to or N equal to V upon 4L, where L should be always L plus E. E should be the internal 0.3 into internal diameter of the pipe. So for pipe open at both end, what we will get? Same formula, N equal to V upon 2L. Therefore, 2N1 L1 equal to 2N2 L2. How will you write N2? See, already how many times we have to add end correction. As pipe has both the end open, antenna will be formed on the both open ends. So it will be 2 get cancelled directly. So it is N1 plus N1 into L1 plus 2E equal to N2 into L2 plus 2E. After simplification, N1 L1 plus 2 N1E equal to N2 L2 plus 2 N2E. Okay. Shift this again and rearrange the terms, then you will get E equal to N2 L2 minus N1 L1 divided by 2 times N1 minus N2. So this formula and this formula, as you can see, it will get half. This formula is half of this one. Okay. So this was the end correction. When you perform any experiment or when you consider any conditions, if pipe is given in the numerical and if its internal diameter is given, then you have to compulsory add end correction. Okay. I hope you understood this video. Thanks for watching mahasarkar.co.in. Have a nice day.